1,000 subscribers live broadcast right now, but I also want to talk about something else very important in my life right now. I forgot to get my notes. So, let's get started so people that watch the replay don't get too bored. And it looks like this is a little messed up, so let me at least adjust the vertical. But the horizontal is going to unfortunately be lopsided. Let me make sure people can see it and hear it. Oh, I also forgot another thing. Uh-oh. Come on. There I am. Check, check, check. Okay, it's good. I need to get two props, guys. Hold on. Two props. Well, maybe just... That's not going to work. Hold on. Hopefully you can see that already. I don't think you can. Okay. So for... And the air conditioner. Whoopsie. There we go again. It's a running gag with real home recording. Okay. At least I'm having fun. Okay, so first of all, well, ignore this part. So this is the SE Electronics Dynacaster. I've been having a lot of there without the windscreen on. I've been having a lot of great success. This is actually going to be the large dynamic microphone that I recommend to people from now on because it is significantly cheaper than the Shure SM7B. It sounds as good, if not maybe a little better. And as long as you have this on and the settings set to, let's see, oh, that's right, you have to flip it upside down. Low cut on, so high pass on, and then the signal to flat, the high frequencies to flat. Then it sounds essentially like a Shure SM7B, in my opinion. So great microphone. I forgot how much it cost. I want to say like $260, but I might be wrong about that. But that is about $140 cheaper. Plus, you have the it's called the DM1 or the Dynamite 1 microphone gain booster. So this microphone coupled with cheaper audio interfaces that don't have as much boost on the preamps, this one will sound better. You don't have to yell into it like you would for the Shure SM7B. So this is awesome. This is really awesome. And I will be using this from now on to do my voiceover work for this channel and for other purposes as well. The SM7B is now packed away. Now that's assuming I don't have to return the Dynacaster. Okay? That's assuming. I don't know. I may have to return it. In that case, I will probably just buy one and maybe sell the Shure SM7B. Secondly, we have the Neom USB from SE Electronics. This is $180. I hope I'm right about that one as well. But this is a beautiful looking microphone. Let me tell you, it's a beautiful looking microphone. Um, it has its issues with plosives, but as long as you have it down on it's really made to be put on the desk, kind of like, well, back in the day, David Letterman, Jay Leno, they had the microphone on the desk. This makes your voice sound deeper. Um, and it works really well from like like a couple feet away, really. So like I said, it's made to be put on the desk, and it's awesome. It's an awesome looking little microphone. Plus, obviously, it has an audio interface built into it. On the back is the headphone output, and on the front we have I think it's mic gain, mic level, so going to the headphones, and then playback level has to do with if you're hooked to a phone, it's whatever the phone would be playing back, or on the computer, it would be anything that you are listening to through speakers, or through headphones, like if you had like a normal audio interface. So everything's built in, and also you have a mute button, which is this one right here, and then it lights up either green or red depending on if the level's good or not. You can hook it up to your phone or tablet or to a computer, and it goes up to 192 kilohertz. So far, I've only been able to test it on voiceovers. I tested it on harmonica. Let's see, what else did I do? A triangle. I did the key change test to see how good of a condenser element it is. Really good microphone. I a little sibilant for my taste. It's on the bright end, but you can cut that down. But yeah, SE I think is possibly one of the most underrated companies out there. I don't know why people, um, I don't know if they're ignored or just, I don't know. People, maybe their brand just isn't big enough yet. But I love everything they put out. I thought was good. Again, some of their microphones have been too sibilant for my taste. I really like the way the SE7 microphone sounded on my voice. Tiny, tiny bit sibilant, but not like rip your ear off sibilant like I've heard. Actually, let me just tell you this. So the Audio Technica AT4040, in my opinion, sounds worse than this microphone. So this microphone is cheaper, and I believe there's a XLR version of this called I'm going to say this wrong, X1A. Um, but anyway, and that microphone's like $100. So for an extra 80, you get the preamp built in, the USB output. If you just need something that's simple. All right. One last microphone I want to talk about, and I will, by the way, be putting out official videos with higher quality audio, higher quality video, but I wanted to get my after 30 days impressions on camera. Final item I want to talk about, because I haven't tested out the fourth one. So this is a Shure. Wow. No. This is a SE Electronics V7 microphone. There, that's what I was looking for. V7, and better than a Shure SM58. Unfortunately, as plosive as a Shure SM58. Tighter pickup pattern than an SM58. But again, one thing I just don't understand is, if you're going to put out a live vocal mic, and most people when they, I don't want to say most, but a lot of people when they sing, they sing like at least this close. Well, guess what? Plosives. Now, if I put, it's a it's the same windscreen that I use for my other, I was about to say hypercardioid, my other supercardioid microphone that I have been using for a long time. That windscreen works great. It doesn't. I think for normal uses, it gets rid of the plosives pretty well. But again, I was hoping for something that's cleaner, because when you twist this thing off, let's see how much space is inside. Nah, there's not a lot of space. The other problem I ran into it with is that it includes a piece of black foam that you're supposed to be able to put inside this microphone, but I ripped the darn thing because it's very thin. So the what you're seeing in red, it's a very thin piece of foam. So I think that if SE would have made it thicker, then possibly it wouldn't have a big plosive issue. But what I like about it over like an SM58 is it sounds clearer, more detailed. It doesn't. What's the best way to put it? It has higher gain before feedback, so it has a higher output level than the SM58. You have to understand the SM58 is a very old design, just like the SM7 B. It's an old design, so back then mic preamps were more powerful because they were, big studios were using them. Um, so you know this is like it's a higher, what is it called, neodymium. I can't remember the name of the element, but anyway, same price as an SM58 but better. And if you want, you can replace the red foam with the black foam, so it's red. I honestly wish for the V7 black, which is what this is, I wish they would have made this like black and then gray for the SE, because that really stands out. And if you were going, the V7 black is supposed to be like a minimalist microphone, and I just kind of wish it would. If I had to, like make it like this, like those colors. I don't know. I'm being very picky, but I really think that this microphone, it just feels sturdy. Um, it is metal, and this grill, it's same quality as an SM58. So, and the clip is pretty universal. Let's see, does it have SE on it? Also comes with a smaller adapter. So if you have a gooseneck stand, or if you're in another country, then this clip will work with that. I don't see an SE logo on this mic clip, so I mean, we don't need to have one, but I was just looking for one. Nope, I can't see it. So anyway, I'm gonna put this to the side and talk about some other things. I saw somebody write something in the chat, and I'll answer that if that was a question. Okay. So the comment was just awesome. So first of all, I want to thank everybody for getting Real Home Recording to 26,000 subscribers. It's been a long time coming. It's been in that 25,000 subscriber mark for a while. So I want to thank you all for joining Real Home Recording. And if you haven't, check out older videos, because I've made videos that others are releasing now many, many years ago. And it's kind of funny to see these same video topics get more views than I got, and whatever. I'm jealous, but at the same time, I'm like, you know what? Been there, done that. Um, so it is what it is. You can't win them all, as it were. So here's what I want to talk about. This is what I've been up to lately. This is why I'm still backed up on reviewing different hardware. Which, yeah, I've been terrible at honoring my commitments, and I am not going to be taking any more hardware or software. I mean, if people want to send me things, I can't stop them, but I'm not going to be requesting anything from now on. I just don't have the time, and here's why. I have entered my race into the political sphere, and the reason why is because I was deemed non-essential back in 2020, and my normal business really hasn't gotten back to normal. 2020 was a complete wash, and then more than halfway through 2021, basically was a wash, almost a wash as well. And I had to adapt my business because of these politicians. And so I figured, you know what? They didn't care about me. They came after my job, my livelihood, so I'm going to do the same thing to them. And not just for that reason. There's many other reasons. Um, I'm not going to get into them because I've actually had videos taken down by YouTube because of the topics that I get into. And it's just really, it really irks me that the media and politicians are still lying to the American people. So I said, you know what? I'm going to run. It'll be my first time running. And if the people in my area were completely okay with what the current leadership did the past 2 years, I don't want to live here anymore. I don't want to live where I live anymore, um, because for so many reasons, for commercial reasons, for residency reasons. Um, so I am actually the only person running against the incumbent politician, which is really interesting because usually there's at least 4 or 5 people in the race. It's just me and him. Just me and him. Here's the problem: the media is not playing fair. The media are pretending like I do not exist. I've released press releases. I've left literature with them. Um, I've emailed them. Obviously, haven't made any phone calls. I will be doing that soon. But the media are putting my opponent. Well, I mean, he is the leader of the county that I live in, but the problem is they're also taught they're he's abusing their airtime by essentially saying where he plans on spending money. So I plan on holding a press conference either next week or the week following to address some of the issues that haven't really properly been addressed, and we'll see what happens. If the media don't show up, I have my own camera equipment and camera operator, and we're just gonna get things done one way or another. I'm tired of the lies. I'm tired of people being bullied. We are not going to forget what happened in 2020. So it's been an interesting journey so far. I have been invited to several events. I'm wearing a suit and tie, if you can believe that. Um, Most of the time, I'm knocking on doors or holding a sign at busy intersections and waving at people. Grassroots campaigning. So, because I don't have a lot of money to campaign with. So, here we go. Let's go to the chat. Hey, Adam, congratulations, says Patrick Plow. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Oh, where'd it go? Where'd the message go? Top chat, live chat, all messages are okay. And I can't read that name because it's grayed out now. Damon, hold on. Okay, Damon de Jallo said awesome. Now let's get into audio engineering stuff. So, or back into audio engineering stuff because I started with the SE Electronics review or semi small reviews. So, Cloud Microphones, the Cloud Lifter company, they have started making microphones, or maybe they had microphones out and I just didn't know it. But they just put a new one out called the. Let me get this correct. It's called the 44 ribbon mic, the 44 passive ribbon microphone, which comes with a cloud lifter. Looks like an RCA old school vintage microphone. Looks pretty cool. They didn't, record anything with it, but if you're in the market for an old vintage looking microphone, check that out. Audient have announced, I don't think they put it out yet, but their Evo 16 audio interface, and this is the features: 8 microphone preamps and line inputs that are on combination inputs. We have 2 instrument inputs, 2 headphone outputs, 8 line outputs, 2 ADAT inputs, 2 ADAT outputs, a LCD screen that shows meters and other things, smart gain, which allows you to just press a button and then it automatically sets the gain level, the microphone gain level. And let me see this. Word clock out. Yeah, so a BNC output. I haven't seen one of those in a while. They're not standard equipment, especially in this price range, which I'll get to in a second. And then finally we have and actually there's other features, but the ones that stuck out for me, the final one was audio loopback. So, what does all this cost? $1,000, $1,500, $499, if I remember correctly, $499. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. And you know, this is at a level that's less than their ASP 880. Um, Maybe it doesn't sound as good. I know that the gain isn't as high as the Audient console preamps, but if this thing can work with the ID14, and if I come across a band that wants me to record with them, I may be picking this thing up. Again, that is the Audient Evo 16, EVO 16. And then let's see what else. We got Acoustica Audio have put out a stereo widener plugin. That's kind of interesting. Haven't heard it yet, but Acoustica usually releases really cool stuff. I really love their lemon delay. That plugin is super cool. Back when it was on a very, very affordable sale, I should have picked it up then, but I didn't. Oh. Um, oh, Rodecaster, the Rode RODE company, Rodecaster Pro 2. They've announced it. It's not available for purchase yet, but wow, this thing has a crap load of features. So check it out. 4 microphone preamps that go up to 76 decibels. 4 headphone outputs. You can record to it. You can connect it to 2 computers with it's dual USB-C outputs. Well, technically input and output. It has digital signal processing. It has physical faders. I think you can do 9 inputs total, something like that. You can have a sound bank. So it has Bluetooth, so you can talk to someone on the phone. It is a fully featured podcasting interface, and it looks slick. It looks really slick. It's complex, but it looks like it's simple for a lot of people to use. Um, so neat, very very neat. Pulsar Audio put out their massive equalizer plugin, which is an emulation of a Manly Labs massive passive equalizer, and it's been getting a lot of good reviews. So I love Magenta from Acoustica Audio. The problem is I don't think that it actually operates in a passive mode, as it were. It's kind of hard to explain, but this one should sound a lot closer to the hardware. And because UAD have not put out a native version of theirs yet, this may be the only one we have for a while in a non-Acoustica format. Here's a new company. So the company's called Wave Tracing, and they put out a plugin called DQ 5010. That's not very exciting, but until you take a look at it, and if you're into manipulating high quality audio to sound worse, to have like analog artifacts or digital artifacts, that's what this plugin can do. It's pretty cool. It intentionally making audio sound worse has always been funny to me, but I know people use it all the time when they're not. I don't know if composing is the right word. Producing, when people are producing. Somebody wrote something in the chat. I'll take a look at that now. Underground Tech. Congrats and thanks for your helpful vids. Well, you're welcome and thank you for the compliment. And I think I have, let's see, one more bit of news. And that is, there are a lot of Motown-based plugins coming out lately. We have one from Kit, K-I-T, with their MoQ. I believe there was one I don't know if Acustica put one out, but there was one that it's like at least one of the preamps are from Motown, and then there was another one that I can't think of, but there's just been all kinds of Motown inspired audio plugins being released. I think it's kind of interesting how they're all coming out at the same time, just like how all of a sudden there was a lot of distressor plugins coming out. So, and also a lot of times reverb plugins. So it's Motown season, as someone on Gear Sluts put it. Oh, I mean, sorry, Gear Space. So, anyway, yeah, that's about it, guys. Like I said, I'm so sorry to the companies that I owe demos or reviews to. Really demos. I don't anything that's sent to me. I'm not going to review. It's going to be a demo, but I mean it's essentially a review. I try to be fair with the equipment and let you guys know what its faults are. I was actually thinking about throwing the V7 around, the SE Electronics V7, which I think I put over there. Um, I was thinking about throwing that around to see how durable it is, because that's one of the key features to its competitor, the SM58. But I was like, you know what? I want to use this microphone. If they're going to let me keep it, I don't know if they are or not, but if they let me keep it, I don't want to bang this microphone up. Um, maybe if they send me another one that I can use to test the durability, I'll do it then. Um, but I feel really weird like breaking a not trying, intentionally trying to break a microphone that I may want to use. Um, but anyway, yeah, SE Electronics continues to make awesome gear. I do hope in the future that they aim towards making uh, microphone frequency responses that are flatter in the high mids. That'll be nice, because that's something that you don't normally see in the affordable range. So if they can release a, let's say, large cardioid condenser microphone that has a pretty flat range throughout, that would be great. Because avoiding sibilance is one of the biggest things that I do when trying to record vocals. But I mean, that's what de-essing programs are for, I guess. But if I can avoid it while recording, that would be great. I also saw that Warm Audio released a, what was that? I'm trying to remember the name of it. Oh, like an AKG C12 clone and a Neumann 47 FET clone, which is cool. Here's the problem: there's build quality issues. There are build quality issues at Warm Audio. Um, I don't know if it has to do with the supply chain. I don't know, but people were complaining that their microphones were dying on them, and that's not good. So hopefully that's just, you know, a rarity, but it's something to be aware of, because the two microphones that Warm just released are one I believe was like $800 and the other one is 1,000. Out of my budget, $500 and less is my budget range. Um, so and I say that because I don't record people a lot. I don't record musicians a lot. So my budget is spent towards what pays the bills, and studio microphones don't pay my bills. Like I wish they would. But that's about it. Thank you all for watching, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I'll respond to them after the live broadcast ends. But thank you once again for getting this channel to 26,000 subscribers. That's awesome. I'll probably do another one of these if this channel ever gets to 30,000. I do want to start releasing better videos. The next one will be the Neom USB demo slash semi review, because I don't think there's a lot of videos out about that microphone, and I want people to hear a bunch of different samples. I'm trying to get over to my friend's house to record a piano, and maybe an acoustic guitar, maybe somebody singing. But yeah, the Neon USB already gets a thumbs up. I'm actually gonna leave a review on Sweetwater because there's no reviews on there right now. Um, and actually, you can now start linking to YouTube videos off of Sweetwater. So that's pretty sweet. Anyway, thank you all for watching. This has been Adam for RealHomeRecording.com.